Hello, everybody, and
Hey,
welcome to the
Jack.
side panel. This is
What's
episode
up?
87. I am your host, AJ, and this is Joel. Wow, this is really weird.
We're on
Ooh.
Star Trek. Whoa!
I'm like, look at the gray on my sideburns. Wow, it is really coming in. I got that Reed Richardson going.
I don't know why I moved my head too. I can't. I can't. I can't grow sideburns to save the planet. Can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, but AJ could give me his, and I can use some Elmer's glue and just.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Is I'm going to do that. I was doing that for my son before he grew in that patchiness he calls a beard. Um, so now I'll just do it for you.
Elmer's glue still dries clear.
Cement, rubber cement.
Yeah,
It still rolls up like boogers.
we'll pull some team. We'll pull some Team America business.
There you go.
Sorry,
There you
that scene. For
go.
those who have seen it, is still probably one of the funniest moments in film for me.
Anyway, in this episode,
This one.
Joel, what are we unboxing? What do you got?
So I got some little stuff that I was just really excited to get. So I'm gonna open the Hasbro, okay, GI Joe Law and Order. I'm really stoked for this one, and this one I'm super stoked for. This is the Star Wars 1/12 scale Black Series Night Trooper, which is a mummy version of a stormtrooper, part of the Halloween deal. So they do like a Halloween and like a Christmas deal, and a couple other holidays they're doing. But these are my two little goodies that I'm going to do. AG, you want a little preview what you're doing?
I can't. Let's just okay.
It's
I'll bring
a partial preview of the preview, but
I'll bring it up. So if you're watching this, this is the first live broadcast, not live, but broadcast that we're doing of the new year. Joel and I have had time to celebrate Christmas
yes, we did.
and the Hanukkahs and
Yeah.
all of that stuff, and we did our gift exchanges and everything. I got Joel something, and he's already enjoying it. Joel got me something, and we decided to unwrap it here on the show, so we get to see it. You get to see what we're getting. Not only do you get to see me unwrap the present, but then you get to see me open whatever the present is. So it's a double unwrapping unboxing. So there.
Yeah.
And you get to see me fake excitement as I open the present and realize how disappointed I am in what Joe got me.
Yeah, because for the show, there's got to be sacrifices. We have to show enthusiasm.
We have to pretend.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have to pretend to enjoy sitting next to Joel every week. And yeah.
You guys ready?
That's not all he smells like.
All right.
If you want to see the prelude of the gift exchange, Joel and I got to participate in a 7-hour game of Dungeons and Dragons. Look at that. It's just a photo of the toy, yeah?
Yeah, it's a photo of a toy, but it's actually got a pretty cool fake background. There's a little beach head up here in the corner.
Who's the dog?
Order. And Order is actually look like he's found some dynamite here in the corner. So I was really excited about this figure. Now I'm not gonna lie, initially I was excited, and then the price, regular retail, scared the crap out of me, and I didn't buy it for a while. But eventually Target dropped them and had them on clearance, and I was like super stoked.
What about this figure attracted you to it?
So the original figure in the 80s was a big favorite of mine. In fact, I think a lot of people really like this character because he had an accompanying animal. So pretty much every character that has an animal, friend, sidekick, a lot of people dug them. You've got Shipwreck had the parrot. Obviously Snake Eyes has Timber. It's just
which I never understood. You put two silent characters together. It'd have been different if Timber talked for Snake Eyes or translated for Snake Eyes, but he didn't.
Yeah, we don't know if Timber had an opposable thumb and actually wrote a lot of things down.
or if they texted, or what, I don't know, sign language.
We don't know. I think maybe Timber's just like, I really don't want to deal with a person and owner that talks a lot. So this
Right.
guy's like perfect for me. But it was always just an extra bonus to me as a kid. Some of the animals I had, and I didn't even have the figure because it's just a lot of swap meet finds and stuff. So it was just an extra thing. If you were a kid, your imagination could go even crazier when you got this extra little creature. So not that I didn't also love Law. But they did a really, really good job, which I didn't originally be able to appreciate until I saw the character out. But I mean, there's paint application all over the place. He is loaded up with gear. They did a really, really, really good job on him, in my opinion. In fact, you guys may not necessarily be able to see it here, but they actually did a darker paint wash on his hair. So there is a little bit of texture to his hair, which they haven't been doing on everybody. The helmet actually has scratches, even though it's supposed to be a white helmet. It has gray, dirty areas. It looks like it's been through some stuff. They kept him pretty true. Real quick, show you some of the goodies. Whoa, stuff falling out everywhere.
More like being attacked by some of the goodies.
Let's see. Let me open some of this here real quick.
I'm gonna see if I can get the POV cam up.
So this was supposed to be a deluxe figure, so that's why they were toting the $44 price. I mean, I will say he has a lot of stuff, and not that I'm saying that isn't cool, but there's other characters that I think have a lot of stuff, and they don't get anywhere close to 44. But this GI Joe game, just be patient. You'll find what you're looking for. For the most part, most of it will eventually come down to a price that you're willing to pay. Let me try to get all the bits out of here. But like I said, I'm glad that I pulled the trigger when it was something that was a little more approachable. All right, let me get this box out of here. So the original figure actually did come with an Uzi. And so not only did they give you the Uzi, but they actually put some green paint application on there to match his fatigues. Looks pretty cool. And they gave him a holster, which is perfect for the Uzi. So this is I believe this is the first straight up holster, but don't quote me on that. They give you a set of handcuffs that can go back in the little slot on the back of the figure.
Sorry, guys.
They give you a pistol, which is some kind of it's a 1911-ish, G.I. Joe smush of a 1911. It goes in the chest holster, which does have a small clasp. If I can get it closed, you guys. There we go. So small clasp. Again, pretty loaded. The walkie is a separate piece of black plastic. That's pretty cool. He does have a baton because he is an MP, remember? Why the combination of them together, Law and Order.
Show.
So all the way around, he has a perfect little slot for his baton. He's got his handcuffs that come out, then a pair that are molded. The only thing I'm kind of confused on is he does have a flashlight here, but it's molded in, you guys. You guys cannot take the flashlight out. I think that's one thing that they could have made come out. But other than that, I'm pretty stoked. He's got actually the watch is molded. That's okay. But the MP K9 unit, that sash thing could come off if you wanted to put it on a different character. But I think he's pretty loaded. Like I said, I really liked this figure when I was a kid. I do remember that Order did come with he came with a collar with a leash. They went a little further with him this time. So you've got a happy, nice face with his owner. In addition, it does come with a pissed off, I'm gonna munch you Cobra face. Okay. In this particular case, I guess I'm gonna say why the figure is so expensive is they really did a good job on the paint job. And this figure has just as much articulation, I swear, as the full figure, all the way down. I mean, the feet, the actual paw turns and goes up and down.
The only thing that doesn't move are the toes.
Holy I mean, seriously, if they went to the toes, I'd be like, okay, fine, you guys.
Does it have toe pads? Toe
Bam.
beans? Yep, it has toe beans.
So they detailed all the way down to the pads on the bottom of his feet. I mean, there is hip joint. There is every single joint is a swivel, except for this one little joint right there. But you don't need that because everything else swivels. His canine vest actually has small holes where you could either attach some of the other pieces that have come with some of the other Joes, or certainly if you customize, there's a lot of companies that make a lot of extra little pouches and stuff. So, and they do come for order. Look at that. We have this little protective mask that can goes over his face. Again, they didn't have to do that. That wasn't the thing he had before, but if you have a pet and you love your pet and you were taking him on duty with you to handle some business, you would protect the crud out of him. And so that's what he's doing. Then, just as a side note, he does come with a myriad of different hands. Some of the hands I haven't seen before. There's actually a hand that looks like he's got a treat in it, just like how your hand would look if you had a small
Or
treat.
hey, yo.
Or you're like,
What
you
are
know,
you
the
doing
Cobra
over
is
there?
causing
Hey,
a
yeah,
problem.
yo, hey.
Freaking Cobra. So, a lot of cool hands, him pointing, him, gun hands, punch hands. Uh, just hey, pointing to something like, hey, order, go munch that guy. But I think most of all, I thought this little I'm giving a treat hand was really cool because that's specific to what they got going on here. So you've got, let's see here, you've got a total of 6 extra hands that are different than what he's got on. You've got obviously these two guys together. Good amount of gear. One thing, he did come with a small knife. You kind of just gotta just put it somewhere because he doesn't. I don't know why they didn't put a little boot, a little boot sheath or something, which they normally do. I feel like maybe this was an afterthought. I don't know. It's got an extra knife. You can do what you want with it. Maybe you can put it in the teeth. No, you can't. I don't know. But you got this extra knife. The extra head. Let's see here. Can we do that? Not so much. Okay. But between all these bits, I'm going to say for what I paid, I am super stoked on this. They did a really good job of recreating the original character down to colors. Yeah, I'm going to have to say this is one of my more favorite of the year, which is maybe something AJ and I, if he's down to talk about some of the best Joe figures that came out this year. Again, this they did a good job. This was a fun character as a kid to make stories with, and they did a good job. But hey, Hasbro, just remember, economy's rough. $44 retail for this guy it's kind of hard for us to keep up. You're talking 2 of them is $100. 2 different characters at that price point. It's rough, but as far as how good they did on them, like I said, only drawback, I would have liked the flashlight to come out of the belt and just have a sheath for that knife. But other than that, you guys, I really, really dig it. Maybe a couple pouches that could have gone on and off of Order's vest, but these are small things, and I super dig it.
I'm surprised by the articulation in the legs of Order.
Oh yeah, his legs. He's got
That's really impressive.
He has at least 2 joints. So he has the joint on his head and the lower part of the neck. So like his head can do like some pretty good stuff. His tail even has a joint.
The plastic quality on it though kind of reminds me of the quality of the Lone Ranger figures.
Yeah, they had like a semi-rubber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost like that, and that's what it kind of reminds me of right now. But otherwise, I mean, I dig it. It's a really cool and articulate figure.
Good paint application.
It's almost too articulate. Like I don't know what I would do with that much.
I have only seen dogs. I haven't
Like
seen
how like how meticulous is your movement?
He
on
has
his
a
figure?
waist
Does it
joint.
need to
I
be?
mean, this dog could do Cirque du Soleil if we were so inclined to sit there and still motion it.
Is the dog gonna do the Kama Sutra? Because that's how articulate
This
it
dog
is.
can. This dog can.
It can Kama. I'm not trying to be, I'll put dirty images in your head. Just saying, that's how flexible this dog is.
This dog is doing yoga at an advanced level. So if you guys are interested in this figure and you'd see it for a price you're willing to pay, I would say please nab it.
Don't ask what that is.
That's just the water out here, you guys. It's just, you just get over it.
I've been playing a lot of Fallout, so I just wanted to make my water like
yeah.
Fallout water.
Yeah. So that was pretty quick. I mean, like I said, you guys, I dig it. AJ, you don't collect these, but would you say this is a pretty sweet figure?
I can imagine that going into the Vanguard that you opened up earlier this year, and like them rolling up in it, and then it popping up and them coming out. I think that would make a great piece to accentuate it.
Absolutely.
To go with it.
Yeah. And that's where like the folks that are collecting this kind of stuff like me, hey, when you're looking at the different companies that are making things, I don't think about them as separate worlds. I put all this crap together. So like AJ said,
that's what I'm seeing there is with all the vehicles that you've been showing us, like this kind of figure goes well with those
absolutely,
because this figure looked ready to go.
Yeah.
Where a lot of other figures just look posable and nice and ready. This one looks like he's actually down to do some action.
Yeah, and fits with the vehicle.
And fits with the vehicles.
Yeah. Now, I don't know that they really made too many different versions of him. I think this is probably the only version.
He does have a John Cena face, though.
He has a very John Cena face. But then, bam, all of a sudden, he's got, reddish brown hair. And he kind of starts looking
droopy.
He looks really serious. But I mean, when you're an MP and you've got to fight the bad guys, also go wrestle like your own guys, because the bar was getting crazy. He looks really serious.
You want to put him on the rotator?
Yeah, sure. I'll put him on the rotator so I can get him to actually
rotate.
All right. Well, looks like we can actually get him to stand up.
Nope.
Right when I say it, he falls down. But we'll see. We'll see if we can. So real quick, you guys, while I slow this thing down. Which I can't figure how to do.
There.
Yeah, slow that down for me, buddy. I want to open this for you guys, okay? The Halloween edition, okay? Night Trooper Halloween edition. Oh, man. This thing, all the Halloween ones I think look fabulous, but I was really stoked to get this one. Again, here's in the package. Very mummy looking. Okay. So first off in here, stuff falling out. Stuff's falling out everywhere.
Articulate dog.
Dang it, dog. So what's really cool is all of these Halloween or Christmas figures from the Black Series come with some little accompanying creature. It's either a little droid.
Slide me the phone.
This one is a tiny porg with actual posable.
That'd be awesome if it came with honey mustard.
Oh, yeah. Little arms. And looks like he's meant to be, a werewolf. He's got some crazy extra teeth, teeth with these yellow lines. Let's see if I can really show you there. There you go. So he's cute, tiny little guy. And then let's bust out this Stormtrooper, Night Trooper. So I'm going to tell you guys, it isn't just a straight regular old Stormtrooper mold. There's cracks and damage and extra bandage and this is pretty sweet. I can get you in there if you
I
can.
feel like we should be playing Thriller.
This is, look, you've got stitches and like fleshy areas. The fabric mummy situation, look, it's actually it's on there really well. It's seamed. It's not just gonna fall off. In fact, if you want to take it off, I think you might have to actually cut a thread or two. But man, this thing is up close. The color is great. I dig it. So he also comes with this very, very, Egyptian esque staff. It's very cool. It's also very reminiscent. I mean, it looks very Indiana Jones. It's pretty cool. It actually does have a gold paint application on a sun all the way in there on both sides, and it's got paint application on that piece of fabric that's wound around it. Anyway, it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of texture on it. So between that and his little porg buddy, not a lot comes with these figures for the holiday deal, but I mean, I think the gimmick is mostly what they're working with.
One leg is stiffer than the other.
Hey, that's very mummy. They're always peg legging it, right? Yeah, let's get the staff in there. Maybe we can hear. Let me try. Let's see.
You want to put your staff on everything.
Yep. All right.
Porky wolf.
Well, there you go, right there. So pretty cool. I think this thing would look really good just displayed on any shelf next to just really anything Halloween. But I know a lot of us have our houses looking relatively Halloween all the time because that's fun. If you like Star Wars and if you like the Halloween and Christmas lines, but specifically the Halloween lines, then this one is a winner. I want to have to say this is one of the best ones that has come out. That's leaning hard. Yeah. It's really fun. It was well worth it. When they first came out, they were hard to find. So the price kind of went up to 40 to 50 bucks, but then the amount that were available must have evened out. And now you can get them for about 20. I've seen people selling them for like 20, 22 on eBay.
He's drunk.
Walmart has them for 20, at least right this second. I don't know how long that'll last. But it's a good figure. I like them both. Obviously, completely different things, but these are both Hasbro 1/12 figures. Cool. I really dig them. We actually got them to stand up, although every time I freaking say it, they fall down.
You jinx too much.
Seriously,
You get to work on it over there.
I figure stand jinx, so I'll work on this.
Here, you take the phone, the POV.
Yep. But while I'm messing with this over here, I want AJ to open some stuff.
It's Christmas time. Christmas time. Now, do I attack this like I normally attack things, or just mad dog the wrapping paper? By the way, props for the Star Wars wrapping paper.
Yeah, I just can't do regular old wrapping paper. It's just can't do it. All right, let's see, guys, if I can get this going.
Da-da! Oh my goodness, it's a Transformer.
Yeah,
Can you imagine that?
I don't know that AJ was going to ever be completely shocked that a Transformer was going to happen from me, but sorry, Porg, you're just not going to be able to stand up there.
This is the 13-star Optimus Prime. This came out about 6 months ago, 6 to 8 months ago. Part of their Primes.
Yes.
think that's what the
Yeah.
can't remember the
Age of the Prime.
Age of the Primes. That's what it is. Age of the Primes line. As you can see, all something.
Initially, what I saw actually, AJ, if you look on this top art, there's a piece of top art that shows
All the Primes.
it shows apparently all the primes that I'm assuming they're going to do. But when I first looked at it, like I didn't really know what Age of the Primes was. I knew there was some other primes, but
there's a lot of them that have come out already, and
yeah,
I wasn't going to collect them because it's a lot.
It's a lot to ask people,
right?
And none of them are going to be like they're all going to be like your deluxe, your deluxe figures, which are not going to be cheap. They're also going to all be like a bigger size. I would have to say with some of them being like ridiculously big, but this one I eyeballed for a while. AJ loves Optimus Prime, and for the most part, any iteration of him. Obviously, some are cooler than others, but I eyeballed it, and I kind of know he doesn't always sink as much money into the regular Hasbro lines these days, with third parties offering some crazy, ridiculous upgrades in some of these characters. But I
think it's awesome. I'm grateful. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Now we get to open it.
Yeah, he comes with a bunch of stuff.
Give me a knife for you.
Let's get that put down. There we go. So far, pretty well boxed in here. Wow, he is actually a lot bigger than I originally thought. It looks like there's a combination of plastic straps and then those paper twizzly deals. But again, I didn't realize it would be this big. I did not at all. That's what she said. But
she was also paid to say that.
I mean, I guess they're trying to do some stuff with scale here because the Rodimus, he's small. He's small, but I know he's supposed to do some stuff.
He transforms. There, so you guys can see. This is a little bit more blockier than I'm used to collecting. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just this has more of a Megazord style.
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
Again, nothing wrong with it. It's cool. I like it. It's just different than what I'm used to. So
there's actually some pretty decent joints as far as being able to like get Rodimus in, some action poses. The Optimus, I guess I didn't think about it, had to be pretty big because
the box was big.
The box was big, and also there's supposed to be details with the setup is that he is supposed to house other Transformers. He's got a base mode. AJ, give me that right there. Sweet. All right, so you got a truck, and it looks like the back hatch flips down. See if I can go ahead and get Rodimus back into a truck mode. So you can take him on the back of the box. It shows you that you should be able to get Rodimus in the back of that truck. And sure enough, you can. It said that Prime is massive. He is massive. Got some more goodies in there.
Yeah, working it out.
There's a lot of little pockets and cubbies in this box.
Don't mind me, folks. I'm just
Instructions are pretty much just your instructions you kind of get.
you've seen the show before, you know how I get when I'm unboxing.
Yeah, these are just kind of they're your standard Hasbro Transformer instructions. They are two-toned, so you're looking at black and white and blue.
So that would be 3-toned.
Yeah, you're right. Three-tone. So but looks pretty sweet. Looks pretty sweet. Yeah, we saw the truck. The truck pretty much does. Oh no, actually, I take that back, you guys. The front of the truck comes off, and guns that are not particularly easy. There we go. Guns come out, so the front of the truck can actually house this turret. So if you can see that, you got Rodimus coming out of the truck. Plus, you got your turret. He's got a lot of bags of stuff.
Don't mind me, still cutting.
I'm really loving this crazy giant Optimus's blaster. Holy smokes.
Apparently, Joel's never unboxed a giant transformer before.
I have with you, but every time I'm just like, whoa. And then you've got that blast effect, translucent blast effect coming out the front. I mean, that's pretty sweet. Looks like we got a bunch of other blasty effect options. Let's see. Like you could fit the small ones right here on that turret, and you can get that going on. There's also some larger pieces that are actually broken down into multiple little spots. So this is actually a 3-stage blast effect. So the first part, second part, oh, sorry, you guys see my smashed finger. The first part, second part, third part, they all come apart to do different things. There's a bigger, wider blast effect. It's also 3 pieces and a skinnier one. Pretty sweet. Here's a whole other set. Also a 3-stage deal. These two are more of a lighter yellow. Again, 1, 2, 3 bits, all making these blast effects. There's even some more tiny little bits that I'm not sure what these tiny little bits are about, but we're gonna check it out. Okay, we got a turret for, I believe, for Rodimus. You could again stick this wherever you want. Let's throw some blast effects on here. We're going to transform this Rodimus guy. Thing is a beast, man.
It's a biggin.
So there you guys go. He's now on top of the black truck with the turret front end, the front open, This is just one option. I'm assuming there's probably some other places you could stick this little turret. It also bends in half and transforms what looks like into a smaller weapon for potentially Optimus. That's pretty crazy. Here is some other turreted. AJ, look at that. That's pretty cool. Actually, I mean, those go up and down. Again, he's supposed to be doing a base mode of some kind. So if you're a base mode and you don't have a bunch of small guns, like I don't know what you're doing, but looks like he does. He's size.
I don't know yet.
See,
Shoulder weapons.
oh, there's little holes.
These are his shoulder weapons.
Okay.
These go up here. There you go.
Check. I believe, I feel by like looking, and sorry guys, this is truly an unboxing. I feel like these go on the side of his head.
Yes, they do.
Huh, nice.
Takes a village, people.
Yeah.
It takes the village, people.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a beefy. This is a big transformer. I do see kind of what you're saying. It is kind of a seemingly a little bit more Megazordy, but I mean, this thing is. I mean, check it out. It. I'm saying probably around 16, maybe 70 inches, 17 inches tall. It's a big beast. I'll say the construction on this puppy, though the price point's a little higher, I feel like even a little kid could play with this and really think it's cool. Just because it's a massive Optimus Prime. But looking up close, a lot of detail, not necessarily tons of paint application, but the Autobot symbols are actually on there. They're painted. They're not stickers. Nothing on here is stickers. He's got some other superfluous pieces. I don't know what they are. We're going to look at the instructions. You've got this extra little servo looking piece. We're going to see what that's about. Also a small translucent globe with a couple slots in it. And a tiny, what looks like almost a blue translucent bullet or gun tip. So we're just going to take a look at some of these goodies. So
Can you take those apart or take them out of the bag?
Yeah. So I believe AJ may have figured out what our little pieces are.
Yes, they're to hold this guy in there.
Okay, here's the little blue thing.
Hold on. Hold, please. Okay, give me
Little parts. I gotcha. Okay, this is funny. This actually looks like with the design on it looks there's a small kind of looks like a snowflake design on there. It looks like a tiny Christmas tree ornament. I only think that's kind of cool because it was a Christmas gift. So
He's gonna rub that in my face for the rest of my life.
I am just curious about this little bullet thing, though, which we're gonna find out. So far, I don't know. It seems like pretty heavy, good construction. You know, you've got a bunch of ratchet joints that I can see here actually have springs in them. There's screws everywhere, so it's not all just molded. The fact that the legs could house that truck, that seems pretty cool. The box boasts being able to put Rodimus in the chest. There's a lot of instructions going on here.
Why?
Maybe the other way?
No, this way.
And it's the right leg.
Yep.
Well, you guys, supposedly the truck goes in the leg. That fell off. Let's see where I can grab that. Ugh. Okay, so it does work. Okay.
Mhm.
So the truck does officially go in there, but you really got to do it the way it's supposed to be done. So here we got some, yeah, so what fell off was just a ramp piece that goes on the top. It looks like it turns. There's a lot of room in the legs. I'm guessing you could probably put all of these blast effects and some of these superfluous extra parts.
Okay, and here goes the blue ball.
Blue ball.
Okay, that's it. That made no sense. I just had to put a blue ball in there.
Well, there's a blue. I mean, you want to show them real quick, or with them use the phone to see that the chest opens. Choose some light here. So the chest completely opens. There's actually quite a bit of space in there. There's that little blue ball that's just in there. They have it kind of presented as if it's, maybe controls of some kind. Again, Rodimus is supposed to go in there.
Optimus can go in there.
He can go in there.
Just a random little blue ball.
Random blue ball, but then we also got this little blue translucent bullet looking deal. It's got to go somewhere. We'll figure that out. Oh, wouldn't you know? It fits in there.
Like a bullet.
Fits in there like a bullet that's in the chamber. If you see that right there above my finger, right there. Fits in there. Okay. That's pretty cool. A little extra something. Hey, AJ, you want to?
I'm not a big fan of blast effects personally.
Okay, those didn't fit on there anyway.
I normally don't put them on.
But to show you, so
because I just don't have room on the shelves for figures and blast
the
effects.
skinny ones do fit on the front. If you want to do that, fit on him. This big crazy blast one goes there. I don't know where else you'd put that on. That's a giant blue blast effect. But I guess you could put this in his hand too. Looks like he does have somewhat articulate fingers. And that kind of I don't know if you guys are gonna get that to hold. Oh no, I take it back. You can't get that to hold. So he's got his two guns. He's got blast effects blowing out everywhere. You know,
His new name is Optimus Two Guns.
there you go. I'll throw some stuff there. We'll even combo up this orange and
You can make it look like he got shot. Yeah.
we only got time right this second to show you this in this stage, but I mean, I would have to say pretty fun to me.
If you want to see it in all the different stages, you're gonna have to get on the Patreon, subscribe, and watch as I transform it.
And watch AJ and Freddie break down Transformers and their transformations and their different stages. Right out the bat, I would say one thing about this figure is because of the very Megazordy looking boxiness of it, this is one of the few like toys where I think in the middle, like a high-end collector wanting like a multiple mode detailed figure might be happy, but also you could take all the little stuff off this and hand this to a little kid. And I feel like they could probably
Well, a
enjoy
couple
it.
rounds, yeah.
Probably go a couple rounds with it. He is kind of boxy. And I know one thing AJ told me that's a particular thing for him is he does like it that the trailer would separate from Optimus, but this one doesn't. He turns into one big thing. At least that's what you'll see on the box. This is no big surprise. But considering the size of him and what he's supposed to do, I think they kind of had to do that. And the chest being hollow like that for Rodimus to go in there. Yeah, I'm not totally sure how they would have them separate, but
this is one of the few Optimuses I've gotten of the newer ones where it doesn't have a
he doesn't take his shirt off.
no.
Oh, it doesn't have an Allspark?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not the Allspark, but what the
Not
other
the Allspark, but the
I can't remember what it's called.
Come on, man. You know what I mean.
See,
The thingy that Optimus has in his chest all the time that he's trying to make sure Megatron doesn't get.
Right.
So I guess you could probably maybe put that in there. The little pug spot where the little blue thing, the little blue globe goes.
I can't remember.
The it's not just Energon, it's a freaking
Matrix of Leadership.
Yes, the Matrix of Leadership.
Thank you. Jesus
maybe
Christ.
one of the Matrix of Leaderships fit in there. We don't know, you guys. It's possible.
But it doesn't come with one.
It doesn't come with one, yeah.
Normally the Optimus is the newer ones ever since the movie came out. The animated film came out, come with the Matrix in them. Very few, very rarely, seldom do you see it without it. At least if not painted inside, if not separate. This one doesn't even include it at all, which is weird.
Yeah, we're not
and,
sure.
And normally when you have an Optimus that combines with the trailer, the Optimus is separate as well. So not seeing the Optimus separate is different. But overall, I'm very pleased with the figure and very happy with it. Like Joel said, this will go a couple rounds with the kids, but it'll sit nicely on the shelf. It'll blend with the combiners. It's about the size of a combiner.
Yeah, it could battle a lot of combiners, and it looks like it. We're assuming based on the pictures we had seen, I think it'll probably be a pretty cool base mode. The truck, hopefully, but hey, again, subscribe. Watch those other videos. You're going to get a chance to see this thing in its different.
Just look up Forbidden Panel on Patreon. You'll see all of the videos that you have been watching for free. Plus, if you subscribe, you'll be immediately subscribed to watching our Forbidden Shorts videos, which is just us transforming these and describing how our feelings about the transformation is and the process is and what we think about the figures overall. But not that this is a pitch show. We want you to enjoy the unboxings.
Yeah, like I said, it is pretty fun. We'll see if it stands the test of transformation. See if base mode and big rig, battle truck mode are as awesome as I kind of think this version is.
Looking at the base mode in the box, though, it kind of reminds me of a huge DJ set.
Let me see that box real quick.
So when you say base mode, I'm thinking, like boom, boom, boom. Base mode.
Yeah, so base mode looks like it's got places to put characters and some ramps. Here, I'll move them if you want to see that.
Base mode's at the bottom there.
Yeah,
and Optimus is obviously in everybody's face, so it looks like a DJ ramp mode, and like there's just going to be a crowd in front partying.
On the front, I just noticed in the box he's holding that little Christmas globe thing, the icicle globe thing. I mean, the snowflake globe thing, which is, again, I don't know what that is. Maybe that has reference to
in the Age of the Prime story.
Age of the Prime story. It means something. They had a very special Age of the Prime's Christmas. But
you and your blue baubles.
Yeah. So here's this beast of a guy.
Yeah.
Right there. Comes with a lot of stuff.
So we had quite a bunch to unbox for today. Yeah, which leads us to a full 1 hour video.
Hey, good times, you guys. This was fun for us. And
look how perfectly framed it is.
And I kind of think, even though he supposedly would turn into a giant base,
see me hiding the mouse? You see no mouse.
Yeah, and he looks actually pretty cool. I think he's scaled pretty nicely next to these Joe figures. I think they would look even cool if you were going to use a Prime to be standing next to some Joes, you know, with all the new Energon deal stuff that they're doing in comics and supposedly in movies, you know.
I don't think the scale would be right, though.
It would still be a little off, but I think on a shelf it would
need to be cool. About half the size, but yeah.
Yeah, it would look at least cooler than, you know, a lot of Primes are only going to be this big if you're going to try to scale them.
I don't understand why Bumblebee and everybody else is the same size. It just doesn't make any sense.
Bumblebee has been every kind of wacky size. It doesn't even, poor Bumblebee.
And same with, I mean, sure, Rumble and the tapes, I get that.
Yeah.
But Bumblebee's still a car, dude. He's still big.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's going to wrap us up for this episode of the Side Panel. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We unboxed 3 separate figures today. Mm-hmm. Go check them out. Go find them for yourselves if you enjoyed what you see. Hasbro. And Hasbro, no.
This was all Hasbro
all
today.
Hasbro today, baby.
Yeah.
Hasbro took us over. So, yeah. Go give Hasbro your money.
Thanks a lot, you guys, for checking this out. I hope this helps you either decide you want something or don't want something, and happy hunting, you know.
Yep. And so we'll see you on the next episode.
Later, guys.